Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Bulls and the Orbits, and it comes your way next.
Now for the so-called City Beautiful and home to the Madden Studios, this is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League from Orlando, Florida. Straight ahead, we punch the second of two tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Bulls of San Antonio and the Orlando Orbits. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. At a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
And that to the 30. It'll be second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and now third down and 6 to go. Here's Ritter. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Achane on 1st and 10. Afitu Melifonwu up to make the tackle there.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now 2nd and 5. Going play action. Ritter. There goes a deep ball. End zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to run for it. It's Moss. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This one caught by Ridley. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. In the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Quan Martin there on the tackle. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Achane. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. Bootlegging out here, Ritter. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for him, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. He's able to set up his offense pretty with a first and goal.
They'll run here with Moss. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's third and goal. Achane once more. And this time he finally breaks through. It's a touchdown. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And it's good to make it 7-0. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it was Devon Achane who finished things off with a touchdown reception. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now it's Burrow. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Trayvon Walker from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
How about how they spread the field in their formation? All those receivers running around, and not a single one of them finds a window in that zone. Great communication on the back end. Everyone pointing out different guys in their assignments. And guess who pays the price? The quarterback, as he gets dumped.
27 yards there, a first down. Burrow looking to pass. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
This is caught. Touchdown from 4 yards out. And the Orbits respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, he didn't find the end zone a whole lot in his rookie campaign, but he's got himself a touchdown here in the playoffs.
And we know the guys on the other side of the field were hoping that he would be intimidated by playing in the postseason, but they can just let that go because he's as confident as they come. And I know that he believes that that's the first of many playoff touchdowns that he's going to have as his career progresses.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. 5 plays there on that drive. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Back out comes San Antonio. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? A little on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoffs. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, you know, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it's 3rd and 4 now. Back to throw, Ritter. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. He's got it at the 15. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 52 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Up the middle, Achane. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Achane, touchdown. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Carlson on for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the drive finished off with a touchdown run from Devon Achane. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now.
And all the way in for the touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 74 yards. And the Orbits are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And we are tied at 14. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now, San Antonio in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 11. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Ritter. Flushed out right. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Working from the gun, Ritter. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On play action, here's Ritter. Tries the right side, finding Woods here. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Ritter will set up to throw it. And it's caught. Touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 27 yards. And his guys are going to take the lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. That time a 6-play drive. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The former Minnesota Golden Gopher Rashad Bateman leading this offense back onto the field. He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
But so far he's north of 100 yards receiving. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Now Burrow. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards the pickup there.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
That's taken in by Franklin. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Here's Burrow. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Desmond Ridder and his offensive mates ready to take over again. He had the touchdown pass to Debo on the last drive, and they begin here with a 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That play could never get started thanks to the defensive effort of Shaq Thompson. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Achane here. They stay on the ground. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13. Ridder back to throw. And that is incomplete. So after 3 drives that ended touchdown, 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 they get bogged down on drive number 4.
Yeah, I don't know how excited you would be on the other side of the ball that they finally didn't score. You know, you're happy, of course, but at the same time, did you have that much to do with it, or did they just get tired?
Maybe it's just a sense of relief at this point. The former Minnesota Golden Gopher Rashad Bateman leading this offense back onto the field. He'll try to generate some more steam on offense down to the scoreboard 2nd quarter. Not necessarily his fault, but he's always a guy they want to get extra involved.
Keep finding ways for him to get the football. Keep force-feeding him in that way. Get to the half. Kind of reboot, start over again to try and erase the other things that have them down on the scoreboard.
They'll be looking for a little more juice here in the 2nd quarter before they do hit that halftime locker room. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Deebo Samuel trotting out with his offense to start this next drive. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give to Achane on the option. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. That's Samuel caught left side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Now a toss right side. Achane with it. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he... And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Orlando takes back over on offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by at Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. That's complete, left side to Bateman. And he's going to be out, down inside the 20 at the 15. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that is incomplete here. He was out there waving his arms saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They're passing here. Joe Burrow escaping the pressure. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Joe Burrow, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Orbits have taken the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Aubrey good with a PAT, and that gives them a 3-point lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
Gotta love a guy who'll stand in there and deliver. No matter what the pressure, waits for the route to come open, hangs in there, and completes the pass.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Ritter to throw it. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He'll dump this off to Achane. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Ritter from the gun. Throw caught by Achane. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
We saw a strong first half out of the quarterback, Joe Burrow. He threw 2 touchdown passes, ran for another, as his guys have the lead at halftime. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional round. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Orbits offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Up the middle, it's Cook. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, complete. It's Franklin. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Burrow looking to pass. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on because right now he has got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And it's caught. Touchdown. Rashad Bateman with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Orbits take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small, manageable spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. And what a big-time play there. 52 yards.
Well, he already had a big receiving game working, and it's going to get a lot better here. Defensively, they're fortunate this is not a touchdown. But he's just been absolutely unstoppable, and he comes up with yet another gigantic play.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A run straight ahead with Achane. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Off the play fake, it's Ritter. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go. Achane. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They'll go up the middle here with Moss. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Going play action, Ritter. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Desmond Ritter. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bulls have got it back to within a score.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was Desmond Ritter taking it himself to finish the drive. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. He really continues to pick apart this defense. Last drive, perfect, and it culminated in his 3rd touchdown pass.
As long as we've been doing this, how many times has a player in this type of a zone described the game as really slowed down?
Yep.
So right now, instead of warp speed, it's
snail's pace.
Oh, snail's pace for him, and he can do whatever he wants. Feels like he has all the time in the world to throw the ball, and his offensive line has been giving him that.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Now Burrow loses the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. He'll get that complete to Franklin. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the first down. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That's to Cook out of the backfield. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. And we have an injury on the play, and it looks like the running back, James Cook, is the one who's down. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Back out comes San Antonio. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
On first down, back to Achane. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's Ritter. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back live to Orlando as we're about ready to rock and roll for the fourth and final quarter. They'll run on first down with Moss. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Ritter now. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I'll give him credit there. Nice job on the drag route. Bring the receiver across the field, hoping he can catch it in stride and turn it up. He was able to do just that, although he's just a little bit short of the first down.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Ritter. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. On the handoff, it's Achane. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And this offense on third down today, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson from the left hash. This from 37. The kick by Carlson is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. Alex Highsmith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Cook up the gut. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bulls offense and running back Devon Achane making their way back out. And as we take a look at some of the highlights, we see just how impactful he's been. He and his quarterback have such a great chemistry together, and it's been on full display throughout the contest. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and that'll make it 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll run for it with Achane. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Ritter will set up to throw it. And there's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Ritter. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Ritter back to throw. He'll get the hook up there to Woods. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
They had 2 tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up first down, too.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
2nd and 6 coming up. Bootlegging out here, Ritter. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here's Ritter. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's 1st and goal. Ritter. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Ritter. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Ritter looks to throw it. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, 4th quarter, as the kick is away here. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Orlando takes back over on offense. And, Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And, partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
Well, what a game this has been, and now it'll take overtime to decide who goes on to the AFC title game. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Back out comes San Antonio. Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they score first, game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now if the game reaches OT, every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
And he's brought down. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon. Ritter to throw it. And his throw is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Ritter from the gun on third down. Eluding the pressure. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Here's Tressway now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The home side once again ready to take over offensively. Now it's Burrow. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Completes it to Perry. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. All they need is a field goal. Any kind of score here on this second drive would be a game winner. It's 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. On target to his man, Likely. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down. Now Burrow. And this is Cook with the ground. And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on to the playoff.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, partner?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? Oh, what? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field. Very tough. Not a surprise it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution was pretty darn good.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.